Today I'll be covering the Republican presidential hopefuls. Mr. Trump says that he wants to strengthen our military, but act decisively. Mr. Trump is also glad that Russia is getting in on the Syrian conflict. Next up on guns, Donald Trump says that guns keep people safe and that mass shootings are solely a mental health issue. Next up, economy. Donald Trump wants to bring back jobs from China and Mexico, and he also wants to increase the debt ceiling. And on education, Donald Trump says that Common Core is a disaster, and with Common Core, we need to get rid of the Department of Education.
Ted Cruz, it time for truth. Let's go. It time for truth.
Next up, Ted Cruz. Ted says he wants to arm the Kurds so we can fight with them against ISIL, as well as bomb ISIL back to the Stone Age.
Cruise control.
And on gun control, Ted Cruz says that Obama is coming for your guns, and he seems to oppose nearly every gun control legislation passed his way.
The Washington cartel, he's fighting for all well-being, the gift from God.
And on to the economy. Ted Cruz says that 1.2% annual growth over the past 8 years is unacceptable. He claims that the shrinking of the middle class is due to Obama.
Need want things done, don't want him taking on my big guns.
Now education. Ted Cruz says that he wants to give the poor a choice in schools, and he also wants to get rid of the U.S. Department of Education. Lastly, Marco Rubio. Marco wants to work with the Kurds in the area to destroy ISIL. Marco also wants to strengthen sanctions on Iran and get rid of the current nuclear deal.
Father and I went down to camp along with Captain Go.
On gun control, Marco Rubio says that new gun laws would be ineffective because criminals will just ignore the law anyway. On the economy, Marco says that raising the minimum wage would be a disaster and we need to freeze all spending at 2008 levels with the exception of military defense. And education. Marco says that we need to stop focusing so much on four-year degrees and go back to vocational training.
And there was Captain Washington upon a slack and sad in the